calling Shannon High.
Downey, this is your team. Please meet us at Dairy Queen. We miss you, Downey. Happy Halloween, everybody. I hope you guys are having a great day and going to enjoy having all that time trick-or-treating or whatnot, however you guys spend your Halloweens. This is the first special episode of The Shannon Show, meaning it is going to be an extra long show, lots of content, and a lot of your questions from the Instagram page. We have new episodes every week, so make sure you subscribe. Hit that button. You see it right in the corner. I know you see it, and you're choosing not to press it, so I don't know what's up with that. And today's guests are two of my longtime friends, and no better way to start off the first special episode of the Shannon Show than with Kenneth Abraham and Garrett Lawson. How are you guys?
I'm doing pretty good, you know. It's the college life. Eating top ramen every day, you know.
Yeah, that's how it goes, man. Kenny G?
Cooking.
I'm chilling, yo. I'm chilling.
We tried this a while ago. We tried for this for episode 2 of my show.
It was so bad. Bad.
Yeah.
It was mostly Garrett's fault.
Stop. It was 11 weeks ago. I'll put the link to it up in the corner if you guys really want to check it out. It's deleted scene.
Of it, trying to get Kenny up out of his bed.
Yeah. It was like maybe 5 minutes worth of actual Shannon Show. The rest was just trying to wake up Kenny, and a lot of foul language in that one. That was not family friendly. But Kenny's making it up by coming back for a special episode, so we're all good. Oh my goodness, what is he doing, Kenny? We're
sorry.
His background blur is like so confused right now. So we have a lot of things to get to, but first I want to talk about you guys. And starting with Garrett, I know you're attending the University of Washington. You just showed us the Space Needle that you can see from your window.
That is
which is pretty
fact.
cool.
That is fact. That's so cool. I got so lucky with this room, by the way.
Yeah, you did.
I think it's because I was like the first person to put in a room request, so they hooked me up.
Is that how that works?
I don't know.
Garrett, they're like, whoa, Garrett, we need to get
Well, I did it on like the first day, so I don't know.
Yeah.
They might have just, you know.
So how's it going there? How do you like it there, first of all?
It's awesome. I mean, there's like COVID policies and stuff, so like we can't really do a lot, but it's awesome just being like independent, you know, like college stuff.
Yeah, not having Patty Lawson over your shoulder every day.
Yeah. Having like, you know, you can just go out and get food and stuff, even though I'm broke. But
shout out to Patty Lawson though. We'll talk about him a lot more later. Don't worry about that. And he's great man. I wrote an essay about him. We'll talk about that too. So now this is the best military kids podcast on the internet. I'm not sure if you guys knew that, but it is officially. I should get like a little stamp. I'm gonna put the stamp on the screen.
You should.
Officially the best military kids podcast on the internet. And who's going to say something about it? No one. But Garrett, your life as a military kid, I want you to just kind of talk about some of the places that you've lived, because you've been to some pretty cool places.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of places, for my age at least. So I was actually born in Okinawa.
Right.
But I was only there for like a month or like 3 months or something, and then so I don't remember it.
Of course, naturally.
Yeah. And we moved to Virginia, and then I was there for like 3 years, I think, and I don't remember that either. Actually, I remember a little bit, but nothing significant. And then we moved to Italy, which was cool. There's a lot of I remember my time in Italy, okay, because it was from 3 to 7 about, and they had a lot of cool stuff. I actually ended up going to see Pompeii, stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Hella cool.
Can you give us a little bit of Italian, please?
Molto
please,
bene.
live on the show.
Non toccare. That means
Chupetia.
don't touch. Chupetia. That's not Italian.
I'm sorry. I get them mixed up all the time.
Yeah. But then after Italy, we went to Washington here.
Yes, sir.
For a little bit, and then that's when I went to Oki, and I met Shannon and Kenny, two freaking biggest ballers on the island.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that, especially
I mean, I don't know. That one, SpongeBob Trap Remix dance.
Oh no! Why'd you have to bring that up? I'm not showing that. I'm not showing that. You just feel your mind. I see what you're trying to do. You're trying to embarrass me
I
on my
think
own show.
I think
Interesting
I
move.
don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get you back for that. We have a lot of time left, so that was okay. I'll remember that. Now, Kenneth. First of all, I have to say something for my dad. You are a sellout. That's first and
Okay.
foremost because you're supposed to come to
Okay.
Penn State University. That's I just had to get it out there. Sorry. Like that's not personal. It's just you went to the wrong
No,
school, and that's okay.
no, I understand. I understand. I understand. My apologies. My apologies.
Yeah, he even reminded you. You came down to my graduation party, and he said it during like a little toast that he gave for me. The first thing he said was, "Kenny's a sellout."
Chill out. I would just like to get this started by saying Kenny's a sellout. Didn't
Yeah,
even start with his own son, bro.
yeah.
What school did you actually end up going to? I actually don't know.
Andrews, bro. I'm at Andrews.
Andrew.
And Andrews University, yeah.
Yeah, so tell everyone how that's going, man.
Well, the kids here are actually like pretty smart. It's
You
like
expect them to be stupid?
no.
Trying to
And
go to
like
school
we're
where he's
like
the smartest kid.
it's like how do I say this? And also I don't know if you guys have any breaks or not, but we don't have like any breaks within the semester at all. I don't know if you guys are the same way, but right now in the semester I'm actually really burnt out. I don't know if you guys are feeling the same way, but
Yeah, I'm definitely feeling it.
yeah, like
I'm actually
it's like
not, but we could talk about
okay, shut
that.
up, Garrett.
Garrett,
But
tell me
like
all about you.
it
What do you say?
honestly with with the COVID and everything, it just feels like everything is like coming at you at like a really short period of time. So
Yeah,
like there's really no time for self reflection really. Like except for the weekends, and even on the weekends we're like studying for exams. Like all my weeks are like super packed with like work and stuff like that. So honestly, it's been a rough semester so far, even though we're only two-thirds done. But it's been rough so far. I'm trying to keep up with everything. Everything's going smoothly so far, but
yeah, man, it's tough. I definitely feel you on that, and I think it's for a lot
yeah,
of kids. Just doing the Zoom University on campus in your dorm room, it's really not easy, and I didn't expect it to be this like difficult, or else I probably would have considered staying home more.
yeah.
But it's harder to get out a little bit too because like you have to be on your computer doing all the time. I'm just like staring at a screen all day. So I mean it's difficult. And I never thought I'd be saying, man, I really want to go to class. Wow,
Yeah.
I really want to go to class, man. But I do. That's honestly how I feel. So, shout out to all the kids, especially kids who had to move a long way, go to a new college and a new place. I hope you guys are all doing well. I know a lot of the kids who watch this are in college as well. So, shout out to you guys. You're working hard. We all see it. We know it, and we love you. Can you blow him a kiss? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, Kenneth, one more thing. Best military kids podcast on the internet. Where have you lived? Just places you've been around to.
Just Maryland, man. I'm pretty lame.
Just Maryland. Come on.
Just
Well, you're
Maryland. I'm
not
pretty
you're not
lame.
that lame. Your family is from a pretty interesting place.
In
Sri Lanka.
Sri
Yes,
Lanka, Sri
sir.
Lanka, yeah. Went to Maryland and Okinawa. Those really the two main
Yeah.
places. But yeah.
And I've had the honor of meeting some more of your family members. Best food, some of the dancing. Showed them my rap album featuring you. Yeah. Always a
Yeah,
great
man. They
time.
loved
I'll
it.
I'll
They
show
loved
that
it.
video. I'll show that video. Yeah, they
Okay,
they were
all
hyping
right,
me up way too much. But
dude,
I don't
same,
know.
bro.
I don't know. It's pretty fire.
Yeah, Kenny's family's no, his uncles, his cousin, all sorts of interesting things. Uh, so I want to talk about now. Before we get to how we first met, I want to say something because Kenny, you have a story about before you met us in Okinawa that I've always kind of questioned. You've always really stuck to it, and I've never really believed you entirely. So I'm going to have you explain it for everybody, all the fans.
Oh my God, I don't like this
I
already.
I need you to explain the time you met Mia Khalifa in Las Vegas.
Oh my God, you stop.
I'm serious. I need to
I
hear
didn't know
this
this happened.
Why are you
because
doing this to me, bro?
because you
Why are
have
you doing this
been.
to me right now?
I'm doing this because you must have been like 8 years old. You had no idea who she was, and if you do know who she was at that time, then
Alright,
that's not good.
alright,
And if your mom is letting you meet her,
Oh
does
shit.
your
bro,
mom
I
know?
mean,
Like it's just a little weird.
relax. Just calm down. It's not
Okay,
that
I'm calm.
serious.
I need to
It's
hear
not
this.
that serious.
And your mom confirmed the story when I asked her about it. So please go.
Yeah. Okay, well, my mom does not know who Mia Khalifa is. Is what I'm trying to say.
What a relief.
But I knew. I think it was.
You knew?
Of course, bro.
How did you know?
Because I was, I don't know, it was around somewhere in the 6th or 7th grade, I think. Summer of the 6th grade, I think. Yeah, that's when I think it was. My family made a trip to Las Vegas, Nevada. And my dad's not a baller or anything, but we were in a pretty like high-end hotel. And you know, like lots of like fancy cars and everything, you know, typical Las Vegas, you know, vibe. And I don't know if you're talking so loud. Okay, fine, I'm gonna tell the story.
No, please continue. You have to continue now.
Even back then, you were like, yo, this is a lie. I don't believe it. And like, I don't know. I don't know exactly. I think it was like somewhere in like the entrance to the lobby was, I think. I was like, okay, who is, okay. There was like a whole crowd kind of like around her or whatever. And I'm like, I wanted to see what it was. So I like tried to like make my way, like I couldn't like see exactly, but like I could make out who it was. And I was like, holy shit. I know who this is. and like I couldn't get a picture or anything because I don't know why. There was just so many people. But all I'm saying is that I saw Mia Khalifa. And I guess I can say I met her. I mean, it was kind of weird for like how old was I? 12? 12?
13-year-old? I'm not sure about that.
Maybe, I know. Yeah. No, I think it was 12, bro. It was weird for a 12-year-old to be like, yo, can I get a picture with you, you know?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
I should have, though. I should have.
Yeah, what do you think about this?
I think
Garrett's like, this is probably all a lie, but whatever.
I think he's capping a little bit.
I think there's definitely some capping there. You know, he's like, high-end hotel.
Dude, Mia Khalifa's a high-end person, yo.
Bro, I wasn't questioning Mia Khalifa. I was saying, like, it sounded a little made up on the spot. Right, you know what?
Bro, I'm putting it out there.
I can't tell you it didn't happen. So, you know what? You met Mia Khalifa. Good job.
I kind of had a story
like
that.
Is that your proudest moment?
I met one of the Try Guys, I think.
Who?
At LAX, one of the Try Guys from BuzzFeed. Not really super famous, but I think I saw one of them there. I didn't go up and talk to him though.
In Las Vegas?
It was at LAX.
Oh.
The airport when I was coming in.
You know, Garrett, I'm gonna be really honest with you. Whoever that BuzzFeed guy is, Mia Khalifa's at the scene.
Yeah.
Not even comparable. But it's all right. Let's get to now how I met you guys in Okinawa at Kubasaki. We had a very interesting, I think is the best way to put it, freshman year of high school. Kenny was always acting like he had the workload of a college student. Garrett was dropping things and flexing all over the place. I was asking seniors at homecoming, where do we even start with this? Your pick, please. I insist.
Garrett, you pick, bro.
I think the first time we all really met was tennis,
for sure.
Before school year started.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah,
I would.
All right, I'll tell you how I think it started. Okay, is that okay?
Please.
So you can hear my perspective, you can hear Garrett's perspective, and then you can hear Shannon's perspective. All right.
Sounds lovely.
Okay, so I know Shannon. You went to summer tryouts or whatever, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know that existed. So I just came right when.
Of course he did.
When practice started. Yeah. Normally August something, August 31st or something like that, I think, somewhere around there. And so I don't even know if I met you on the first day, but I can look back and I can easily say I was a huge complainer. I did not like running laps around the course.
I'm glad you're saying this.
I did not like running laps. I hated doing the drills. I could not stand the drills. All right, guys, go in circle, pick up the balls, come right back around. I did not like that. I did not mess with that. And then one day we were doing laps, and I was like, bruh, I was just running. I said, bruh, it's too hot, bruh. Why is she making us run? We're gonna freaking die. And then Shannon looked over. He was like, bro, can you shut up and stop complaining? And then I was like, bro, okay, geez. And then I was like, fine. How about this? I'll stop complaining from now on. And then
we know that's a lie. We know that's a lie.
Shannon, you can easily say that it went down like significantly, right?
I'll give him credit. Kenny just like shut up, but his body language didn't change. Kenny would be like, "Oh man, bro, like all this."
I didn't say anything though.
He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything.
He
wouldn't say anything, but everyone knew he was having no fun whatsoever out there.
Yeah, man.
Which is kind of funny. It's kind of a theme that continued. Not that you weren't having fun, but just like throughout tennis. But we ended up going a pretty good run, which we will cover in a lot of detail. Garrett, what is your perspective then on meeting us, and then I'll share what I thought.
Let's see. Well, I met you guys. I met Shannon during the summer tryouts, and then I already knew.
Wait, did you guys meet during the summer tryouts?
Yeah.
I don't remember like formally meeting Garrett, but yes.
No. Garrett, you didn't even.
I was there early.
You did not even know that there was like a tennis team until I told you.
I'm pretty sure you showed up late. No, I don't know about
you were not there during summer tryouts.
Garrett showed up like the week after, I think. But, whatever.
You showed up like the week after tennis started.
That's cap.
Yeah, Garrett gets out there, and he's like, okay, whatever. And we only respected you because we thought your dad was Rio's dad, but okay.
Did you actually?
Dude, everyone thought that. Everyone thought that.
Well, because Rio was so good, and then your dad's like a god. So we're like, well, he definitely can't be Garrett's dad because the genetics aren't lining up here.
Yeah, no, I started way too late, but I already knew Kenny before from middle school, and then I met Shannon, this tall, lanky, freaking gumbo looking
gumbo.
But yeah, I don't know. It was mostly tennis for me. Just playing with you guys, getting mad at Shannon for beating me.
For a while, yeah. And Garrett was an emotional tennis player, which
very emotional, very
he took it to heart when he lost it when he won. Yeah. Kenny, another thing that happened that year in terms of freshman year tennis, you hit Coach Anderson with a tennis ball during a drill. So I just want to say beforehand, we're lining up in these drills. It's very familiar tennis drill. You hit one down the line, and then you hit one cross court. And our line was hitting it down the line for this instance. So you go up, you hit a forehand down the line. I'm pretty sure you're done after that. Like, that's all you have to do.
Yeah.
One forehand down the line.
100%.
And Kenny, for the record, you were not like an inexperienced player. Like, you had played a good bit of tennis in your life before this. So you are more than capable of hitting a tennis ball in a general direction. Kenny obviously just completely ignored Coach Anderson when he was giving the directions for this drill. And Kenny steps up to the baseline, didn't even know it was his turn, and just rips a forehand right into Coach Anderson's chest. And the look on Coach Anderson's face when he got hit by that tennis ball and he looked at Kenneth, it was the funniest thing. And he's like, run. And Kenny just starts running laps. And he's like, come on. Starts going on his laps. Yeah, that was something funny for me because Coach Anderson wasn't really a fan of me either. So to see someone else get a little bit of his
wrath. It felt nice, huh? It felt nice.
It felt nice. It was a little change of pace. So the Far East that year, our freshman year, I was the only one who got to participate, but didn't really mean anything. I got my butt kicked pretty badly. We didn't really compete with the schools there, I would say. Our team was pretty bad. But we got to see how good ASIJ was in some of the other private schools. And I think, at least for Garrett and I, it was a big motivator for us going forward. And we just took off from there in terms of our motivation being ignited. And we were just practicing every day after that. I remember it was literally the day after that Far East. We just decided we're going to get really good at tennis. It might work, it might not. And do you have the screenshot, Kenneth? Stop.
Oh, I can't show it. It's blurred.
Turn off your blur.
How do I do that?
Go to more.
I saw that a little bit.
Audio and video settings.
Wait, what? There's more?
There should be like a 3 dots.
Okay, got there.
And then audio and video setting.
There's enable background. Okay, there we go. Better? Okay.
Yeah, it's much better.
Shoot. Or is it?
Yeah, I see it.
I don't even see it that.
And then you can see my text on there too.
Yeah, you can see Monday,
Yes,
November
I can see
28th.
it.
Wow.
You don't have to show it.
November
Documented
20
then. It's documented.
Guess what year it was? I think you guys can guess.
That was what, 2016?
2016, bro. That seems so long ago. Wow.
Wow. Anniversary's coming up.
And
Yeah.
right next to that photo, just wanted to put it there.
Nice.
I think we can make this the cover video.
That's a good one.
I mean,
The thumbnail?
the thumbnail is what I'm going to say.
I'm not sure about that, but I'll consider it. So back to what I was saying about watching ASIJ in that Far East. Garrett, what was your thoughts on that after that Far East?
The first one?
Yeah, the first one, I know you didn't participate, but we got a really good picture outside of Chili's. Were you motivated after watching them play?
Yeah. I really wanted to play during that tournament, like a lot, but I couldn't. It was sad. It was sad. So I just got to go to Chili's after and just be like, "Wow, I was here and I didn't play or anything." But it was cool being there and just like watching you guys play.
Watching us get our butts kicked. Kenny has a story.
Yeah, that was motivating watching you guys
playing
lose.
singles, and you were very embarrassed about this. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Me?
Yes, you were watching me play singles, and it was like the biggest match I had yet. It was like the quarterfinals, and somehow I made it that far. And I'm like flipping my water bottle on the bench.
I wasn't there. I just heard stories. I heard stories.
Yeah, you always bring that up, and I'm like, dude, that's just who I was freshman year. I don't know what to tell you. Not much I can say. So
I'll be right back. I gotta go use the lavatory.
Just wrapped up talking about the Far East that was our freshman year, and then our motivation going forwards. Now I want to talk about what happened the first day of summer after that freshman year. We go to the Leicester Hospital, and this was it was a pretty big deal. Kenny, you always said you knew a way in, and then it actually happened.
Of course, I've actually been in a couple of times myself before we went in. I don't know if you guys told you that, but yeah, I went in a couple times. Yeah.
Oh, you were there before?
I was. Yeah, I went a couple of times on myself.
Oh, I didn't know.
I want to try to explain it to some of the people watching. Is the Leicester Hospital? It's like this abandoned hospital. It's in the middle of Camp Leicester, and it's huge. And I'm not sure why it's still there. It's just they never got rid of it. But there's nothing inside.
That's where I was born, actually.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah.
And we decide to go. You're not allowed in there. That's a big piece of this. You're not supposed to go in the Leicester Hospital. We go in broad daylight, hop right over the barbed wire fence, right over the gate, just jump in. And we go to the top. There's this entrance from the roof, which apparently is the only way in, according to Kenneth. And we just believed him, and we're like, okay, I guess we're going to the roof. So we go to the roof of this place. Before we go in, we're like taking videos. I remember like throwing things off of the roof, like
in broad daylight, bro.
Broad daylight. The gate guards could totally see us. We're being
everyone
loud.
Could see.
I'm sure we're echoing across Camp Leicester, and I just cannot believe how clueless we were. I don't think we realized until we got down afterwards and we looked up and we're like, oh shit.
And then we did it again.
Yeah, I know. We did it again.
Did you know what's so crazy? We were throwing things off the roof right where they were. Like,
yeah, not on the other side.
Not on the dude. We were closest as possible to them. Like, we could see them. Yeah. See us, maybe we just weren't paying attention, but like
we were not even on the far side. You're exactly right.
That's so crazy. We were like closest as possible to them as we could be.
Now this place inside, even in broad daylight, was pretty dark inside. Like there were some places where you couldn't see anything in certain corners because there's no electricity in there. There's no lights. I remember there were some places I was like, Garrett, you were born here and you're about to die in here too, man. Like, this is going to be the end of you. There were some creepy things in there. There was like this one wall where like a bunch of kids signed that like a bunch of like sick kids, and it was like so depressing. It was like just some weird stuff.
I remember there's like this dark hallway with like this ripped up teddy bear like sitting up at the end of it. I was like, I'm not going down there.
What? And there's just like shattered glass all over the place. And
air freshener.
Hand sanitizer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. and then we decided to make the main line.
Yes, sir. The main line.
We got the main line up in here. The main line was a creation of ours. There's not a lot of things in the hospital. One thing we did find was this kind of like piece of plywood on wheels. I'm not sure why it's in there. And then we had like a metal pipe and then a sign that used to be at the subway at the bottom, on the bottom floor, that said main line. So we're like, we're gonna make a train in here.
Yeah, it's so funny. Like, we found that sign like on the bottom floor, and we were just like, oh, look, we'll just carry it around.
Yeah, and we take it all the way back to the top, and we're going down these ramps on our little cart thing that we made. We started off on the stretcher that we found, and
we still have those videos.
Yeah, for sure. They're going in. They're going in the video, and we're just like, I hate to say this, we're like just busting hand sanitizer things. I'm not sure if I shouldn't be saying these things, but Kenneth tries to hit one of these pipes down from the wall that Garrett and I both hit. Comes down, no problem. But then Kenny goes up and he whacks it, and then he like falls backwards after he hits the lead pipe. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
No, not at all, actually.
No, you definitely remember.
Dude, I remember.
I don't remember.
I remember Kenny falling on his face.
I don't remember.
Do you remember finding?
Time, but I remember he completely missed
a toilet handle in there.
Yeah, I think we found 1 or 2 toilet handles.
I think there was a toilet handle, and it became a running joke, hey, look, I just found a toilet handle. Said that a few times, recurring line.
Only a couple times.
Yeah, only a few times.
I missed the mall, yo.
The mall?
I missed the mall so much.
Yeah, man, there was good memories there.
Really good memories, yeah.
So the rest of that summer was pretty much just like tennis. Oh, it's his roommate. You good, Barry?
Yeah, sorry, my roommate was asking me if I wanted to buy a fake ID. I don't know.
The answer should be yes.
I don't know. I don't really need one.
So the rest of that summer was $60. Just like non-stop tennis. I mean, we would play in the morning, we'd go home, and then we'd like play again at night somewhere else. We'd spend entire days at the tennis court, like packing a lunch, or we'd just go to the shopette and eat food there. Yeah. We had the tennis nights on Kadena. We'd play in the mornings. We'd play on Leicester. We played on Foster. Like we were just playing all the time.
It was every day.
Yeah, it was actually every day. And I think, in the back of our minds, we knew we were doing it for Far East, but I think we were just having a great time doing it at the same time. Like we were just kind of enjoying the moment. Some of the people who were involved in that, I want to talk about Naka-san, because Kenny was always dissing on my boy Naka-san, but Naka was a legend.
I don't even know what. Yeah. Dude, Naka is a living legend. He's like freaking.
Okay, look. I'm sure Naka is amazing, okay? I remember I was on the bus, Shannon was telling me stories. Yo, he can serve with his eyes closed and everything. I was like, all right, sure. And then here we were on Thursday tennis nights, casual tennis nights, and me and Naka were all paired up against Shannon and someone else. And we were having a match. It was his turn to serve. Man's double faulted twice.
Okay, quick reminder, Naka is 85 years old.
But he could do it blindfolded. So my expectations were like
he can really serve with his eyes closed. Yes, I've seen it.
Well, why did he double fault?
He knew you didn't deserve to win. He did it on purpose. Why would he double fault on accident?
All right, I'm done.
It's a joke. Naka told me his second serve goes in 100% of the time. So
yeah, that's statistics.
Liar, that's stats right there. Yeah,
that's they don't.
Yeah, what you gonna say about that, Kenny? Naka could beat you in a singles match. Yeah. Yes, exactly. And then,
I'm sure he could.
A lot of days with Naka, a lot of days with Coach Lawson, just kicking my butt like for hours on ends. I remember I would just be out there just dying on the court, and Coach Lawson is just like laughing, going cross court. I'm just running back and forth, like slicing every ball back, and he's just having the time of his life, just toying with me out there.
Just skipping to the balls, not even running, not even like
he
trying
just,
to he'll just walk up to the ball. Yeah.
It was stupid. Like, it's not okay how good he is at tennis, especially like continuously. Like, I never saw him have a bad hitting day. Like, everyone gets out there and just doesn't hit well. That doesn't happen to Coach Lawson for some reason. Garrett turns into a tennis god this summer for some reason. We would be playing King of the Court.
Yeah, I'm kind of a tennis god. I mean,
Yeah,
what can I
whatever.
say?
I'm exaggerating, I guess. We would play King of the Court with the three of us, and there'd be times where Garrett is just like on fire, and Kenny and I are just chilling, like talking on the other side, just like, hey man, how's it going? And Garrett's like going hardcore, like just like he's like win every point, get to the net. There was a time where Garrett would serve underhand and then just sprint to the net every point.
Yeah, and it worked.
Yeah, I know, because we sucked. We sucked. You know? We didn't. And then, yes. And then I learned, maybe I should just lob them. But then you start being able to get those. And whatever. It was a good time.
But I mean, we were pretty evenly matched until like the end of
The end of
sophomore year.
I would say so. Yeah, then I started to pull away a little bit.
Yeah. And then I kind of started just,
winning a lot.
just unleashing my full
And
power.
then Kenny started to stop playing. Now, Kenny, next thing I want to talk about is a story that I know you are particularly fond of. This was something else that happened that summer. The three of us were going for a nice walk down by Chatan, and we come across this store next to a nice church, just like a really humble church, a place of worship, Christ.
Oh my god.
A really holy place.
Are you allowed to talk about this?
Right, I am. Right next to it, it's my show. Right next to it is a not so holy store filled with adult content, which I'm not sure if it's common in Japan, but like I always notice this because I used to have to walk by it every day going home from school. And Kenny's like, "Yo, we gotta go in." Am I wrong here? And then Garrett's like,
No.
Garrett's like, maybe I'll just stay outside, sit on the curb. I'm like, wait a second. If we're going in, we're all going in. Like, I'm not just going to leave Garrett sitting outside the porn store.
That's exactly what he was doing. Like, he was like on the curb, sitting on the curb, next to the vending machine.
He's like, I'll just wait for you guys. And we walk in, and Garrett is like just looking down. His head's down the whole time. He's like, I'm not going to look at anything. This is disgusting. And then eventually he does look up, and Kenny and I were walking towards, just like this section towards the right of the store, like this, like video magazines, whatever. Like we're not actually going to buy anything. It's just funny to us. And then we look back, and Garrett is just like encapsulated by this other section of the store. There's just a wall of.
That's
Garrett's
cap.
just like.
That's so cap.
Garrett is just
so
staring at the wall.
And like he just wanted to buy one so badly. You could tell he wanted to buy one.
Not just that.
Like,
but
Garrett,
he looks
why are you
back
so...
at us. I go back to him like a lost puppy. I tug on his shirt. I'm like, Garrett, are you all right, man? And he's like, are they supposed to be that big?
Shut up. This is so cap.
And then Garrett for the rest of the time is just like looking down the whole time, just like super like self-conscious all of a sudden after seeing that. And I have a video of us in there, and I turned to Garrett, and he's like, "Do not record in here." And this is right after I caught him looking at that wall. So
I can attest to that. I was there actually.
Yeah.
Shut up.
This is very true. This is all very true, actually.
This is actually what happened. Eventually, we walked out.
It's accurate.
Yeah, it was hilarious. So after that, go into our sophomore year of high school. We are at this point, like we're very close friends. Like we're doing basically everything together. I'm putting up with Kenneth on a regular basis, all of his shenanigans, leaving stuff on the bus, forgetting his wallet in my car, forgetting his visor in my car, all this stuff all the time. But we go into sophomore year tennis season. We have been prepared for this for a long time. We were counting down the days to this Far East on Coach Davis's whiteboard. I had the countdown on my phone. Yes, like I was so ready for this Far East, and
we were keeping track of dates and Far East time.
And it panned out too. This ended up being the best Kubi tennis team in like 50 years, apparently.
Yeah.
So the hard work paid off. Garrett, you and I played doubles. Kenneth, you played with Kai Grubbs. Shout out to Kai Grubbs. He's a fan of the show. So you better not say any Kai Grubbs slander on here. All right, Kenneth? He was a great doubles partner.
Kai Grubbs the man. I remember Kai. I wonder what he's up to nowadays.
Rio was supposed to play with us that year. That was his senior year. He could have played tennis,
but he didn't. He decided not to. He played soccer instead, didn't he?
We soccer not the same season.
Not the same season. He just didn't want to.
He just focused on soccer or whatever. Which
he's like playing like college soccer or something like that now.
Yeah, but our team would have been goated if we had Rio too. The three of us and Rio, and I think all three of us at the time were better than Rio was.
Yeah.
So
maybe that's why he didn't want to.
Yeah, Rio being number 4, that's an insane lineup, especially for a DODEA team. And even when we got there, I remember teams were just like, where did these Kubi kids come from? Like, why are they so good? And we're just like kicking butt. I don't know. It felt good.
Bro, we actually came out of nowhere though. We came out of nowhere.
Dude,
like we were unexpected.
It was like a perfect storm because like we had the Dragon Fired, the new slogan from Dr. Malin.
Yep.
And like the three of us just like totally focused on winning this banner. I remember Garrett and I, and Kenneth too, we'd be like walking through the gym and we're like, we're gonna put the banner up there, I think. We're like telling each other where we're gonna put it. We're like, it'll look real good right there. Yep. And then coincidentally, our girls team also becomes absolutely insanely good as well, which just like matches up perfectly.
That year Andrea joined.
She was and Carolina.
And Carolina.
And Lily was
a lot of people,
Yeah, I mean, this team was the best DODEA, like in terms of DODEA teams, which in case you guys don't know, it's really hard to put together a good DODEA sports team because kids just move in and out every year, literally, because we're all military kids. So we just got really lucky with this team. And then we got a new coach who also, Coach Vincent and Mr. M. Mr. M wasn't necessarily a tennis genius, though I guess that's up for debate. I think you could make an argument he's a tennis genius. Get to the net every point. Garrett has hard feelings because he chose Kenneth over him for Far East singles, which I think was the right move anyways, but Garrett won't let that go. And I think Kenneth proved himself because Kenneth made a run. I think Kenneth finished like 5th, so yeah. He proved that the right decision. So no Kenneth slander on this part of the show either.
Honestly, I think I was a better doubles player anyways. With Shannon.
You were. Whether you wanted to admit it or not, you were better at doubles.
The more you could have Garrett at the net, the better. Like, I'm not sure to this day if I've seen someone with crisper volleys than Garrett sophomore year. I just remember
Me neither.
Playing doubles with Garrett is so easy because I like playing at the baseline anyways, which doesn't make sense because I was like already 6'2" at the time. And I'm like,
it was kind of backwards.
Yeah, I know. It was pretty backwards. So I'm just like rolling, buggy whipping these balls, and I'm just waiting for Garrett to put them away at the net. And it was really just a great thing because we weren't the most talented players out there, but we were beating kids who were better than us because our chemistry was so good at the time because we had been playing so much doubles together, like every day. So I don't know, this is a really good feeling. We had the matching America visors too, the jackets.
Yep,
like
the jackets. Yeah.
We showed up and we kicked butt.
The whole fit.
And it went all the way to, and this is one of the questions, by the way. Willow asks, what was the best Kubasaki tennis moment? And you guys can answer this the way you like, but for me, I think Garrett and I going to the semifinals and facing Inahara, Inahara brothers, like that is something. It is so unprecedented for a team like Kubi to get that far. And although we didn't beat them for many reasons, those guys are. I think one is definitely playing D1 tennis, and the other one is well on his way.
I think actually Inahara. I haven't seen him, but I think Inahara is actually playing tennis here. Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah, I heard that.
But I haven't seen him around or anything. So
yeah, if you find him, beat him.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, all we did was just talk bad about ASIJ all year. We were so focused on it, and we did end up beating them, but it was all right. So I guess you guys can answer that in your opinion. Kenneth, what do you think was your best Kubasaki tennis moment?
Out of all the moments I can pick from, there was just one point I was going to serve. Okay. I was gonna serve.
Following.
I missed and I fell on my butt. That was a highlight. I swung so hard, all my body weight swung up, and I fell backwards.
You weren't even serving. You were feeding the ball. You
dropped the ball, bro. Same thing.
It's just it's so funny because
I remember watching real
success for Kubasaki tennis, and that's what he chooses.
No. Okay, honestly, I think probably my favorite part was probably Far East. Seeing like all of our hard work like actually pay off, I think was super rewarding. I think all those hours you put in during the summer. Okay, like honestly, like I wish we had gone first, but I'm just glad we finished where we did. I think we can all say that. I think I can easily say that our hard work paid off. I think personally.
I totally agree.
I think that was super satisfying. It's like seeing it all like come together. I guess was definitely my favorite part.
Seeing Kubi almost win.
Yeah, that was dude.
Yeah.
From nothing.
We were in last the year before.
Yeah.
I was so excited, bro. Like we would like had this whole like thing, like this whole like get together and everything with like all these schools and everything. They were like saying, oh, ASIJ finished first, and they're like, oh, and a huge surprise, Kubasaki. We didn't even know who they were. Seeing it on the fucking, on the,
you're good.
On the news, on the newspaper, something like that. Was it on the newsletter, something
Stars
like
and
that? It was
Stars and Stripes.
Yeah, Stars and Stripes. See, I'm saying like seeing all that come together was honestly the most satisfying part.
Shannon buggy whip.
Yeah, there's some bad pictures of all of us on Stars and Stripes. So don't come at me.
I think that was my favorite part for sure.
Yeah, I totally get that. And then Garrett, is there anything particular for you? Is it losing to Ian 8-0? I wonder. Was that your favorite moment?
That was like okay.
We'll discuss this further.
I think my favorite moment was
don't do it.
Watching Shannon be down 5 games to Ian. You know.
Or was it when I beat you in the district final?
Districts, you know.
Yeah. Okay. Very funny. Because I'm pretty sure I did beat you in that tournament. But whatever. It's fine.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later because I have some dirt on Kenneth's play as well that year.
Oh my god.
That I think is funny. I want to answer some of questions that I had. I was originally going to have an episode with Daniel Postumus. I'm not sure if you guys know him. He played for Kenneth High School, and he was at all of our Far East. But that video, the audio got super messed up. I want to answer the questions the fans sent in for that as well. One of the questions was, if you could play for tennis from one other DODEA school, which would it be and why? Any thoughts?
Tennis for like play for like another school?
Yeah, play for another one of the DODEA schools. And if you say Kadena, I kill you.
I was gonna say definitely not.
Dude, 100% ASIJ, 100%.
That's not even DODEA, but yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. St. Mary's, is that DODEA?
I don't think it is either, but yeah, I understand what you mean playing for those schools, even though you'd be a
sellout.
No,
because like
so you can get carried.
Classic sellout. Yeah, he wants to get carried. He wants to play number 4.
Bruh, not even getting carried, bro. It's like being able to like compete on that level. I feel like
you would get a lot better playing.
Yeah, easily. Because we got like a lot better just playing with each other. So
yeah, could you imagine? I get that. What about you, Garrett?
Honestly, I think, I don't want to be a sellout like Kenny, but honestly, like,
bro, did you really have to say that?
You know what? But like, the competition at like ASIJ and those kind of schools would be so much better. Yeah. Like just like tennis wise, you would improve a lot more.
Yeah,
and that's really why. But if I had to play Far East for a different school, it probably wouldn't be ASIJ.
Oh, no way.
It would probably be like a lesser known school just because you can like...
You can't do that.
You know, you get the credit, you know?
Yeah, and we were the underdogs too, which just... It felt so good.
Being the underdogs.
And everyone. Yeah, being the underdogs. I would literally play for Ed Grid before I'd play for ASIJ. There's just no way I could do it, man. Even though Ed Grid...
What happened that third year, Shannon? Your junior year? What happened your junior year?
I was playing with Kai Grubbs in doubles. We had incredible comeback. We were down 5-2. We ended up beating... I forget what the school was. I forget, but it was a really good game. So we won a couple matches there. I did all right in singles, nothing crazy. Lost to one of the St. Mary's kids, which is pretty normal. So
yeah.
I mean, it is what.
No, that's what I lost to. That's what I lost to.
Yeah, those guys are really good. A lot of respect to them. And I don't know. I feel like I didn't get as better my junior year. I didn't progress as much as I did sophomore year, hitting with you guys every day because I was hitting with Kai Grubbs and Coach Vincent, which no knock on them, but it wasn't the same intensity and competition. But it was still good to kind of be the captain of the team and kind of lead those guys, and we performed very well. And there was actually a moment where we thought we actually won the Far East. We finished in second again, believe it or not. But yeah, far less points though. Don't get me wrong. And ASIJ didn't go that year.
That's because ASIJ,
ASIJ didn't go there, but we still got second. If ASIJ didn't go the year before, we would have
gone first.
We would have
have the banner.
Yeah, isn't that crazy to think about? Isn't that sad? Yeah.
Maybe they thought we were coming again and they got scared.
Yeah, probably. They were like, dude, that Garrett Lawson guy, we can't handle him. Yeah.
I remember though when we were playing doubles and we were about to go play Inohara.
Yeah.
We were like, oh, this is what it's like to be on death row. Like just waiting to lose.
We knew what was coming. And I think it was kind of fun though, because even though we knew we were probably going to lose, just to have the feeling like we made it. Yep. We were able we didn't lose. And the match we had before that was insane because we played like CAJ and we had this super long match.
Yeah.
We came out on top. It was super intense.
It was really competitive. Yeah. That
How many
was
points
awesome.
did you guys get like against ASIJ in that last tournament?
Like 1 or 0.
Really?
Wait, points or like
no, not points. But we got a couple of games. We
How
had
many?
like,
I'm not sure. It wasn't very many.
I don't know. It was like I think we got like 1 or 2, and then they actually like, I remember they weren't really playing, yeah, and then we were getting some games, and they started like really putting into overdrive. Or maybe we didn't get whole games, but I remember we went to like deuce a couple times, I think.
Yeah. We tried our game plan. We did everything we could. There was nothing. We did not have the talent at the time to beat them. Like if there's infinite universes, there might still not be one where we beat those guys. Which doesn't make
really
sense.
good.
But yeah, they were really talented players. Next, I want to ask you guys something about the Kadena Center. Next, we're going to talk about DD December, but I want to talk about, because at the Kadena Tennis Center, there's a lot of characters that showed up for tennis night over the years. I want to make the Mount Rushmore of Kadena Tennis Center characters. So this is 4 people who represent the Kadena Tennis Center. I'm thinking right off the bat, we got Naka. You put Coach Lawson up there, Michiko. You put the Italian Messiah.
The Italian Messiah. Maybe. I don't know if he represents everyone. I think he's in like his own category, you know. I don't know.
Talk about him a little
He's pretty unique. Bro, I remember he would grunt on every ball. It's so loud, dude. Like he would slice, he would hit like a tiny drop shot, and he'd be like, oh.
Exactly.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah, he was just this like really try-hard guy who thought he was Rafa Nadal out there, and he's like 45, and he's grunting on every ball. Garrett ended up kicking his ass before he left the island anyways, which is so good to hear. He ended up beating him. But yeah, I would put him up there. Michiko, my mom would call her Cotton Candy. I don't know why.
I remember this. Yeah.
She's always trying to like set up games. Like we'd be playing a game, and then she's like, "Kenneth, Shannon, come over here, play these guys." And she always wanted us to play mixed doubles, and nobody likes mixed doubles. She's like, "Mixed doubles," right? I'm like, no. And she was the worst line judge. She was so bad at line judge, and she always had like 3 bags for some reason. I don't know what she kept. Bags, but she had so much crap all the time with her.
Yeah, Michiko. But she was there like every night.
I mean, she was supportive. Yes, she was very excited to be there.
I think she's the one who organized it, right? If I'm wrong.
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Or usually,
the whole time.
I mean, I don't know. Like tennis nights, since I was there, was like a recurring thing. But she would always like hype it up. A ton. She would be on.
Yeah, she would say like we're competitive match play at the tennis.
Yeah.
Night. I'm like, bro, we're just.
She would be on like Facebook hyping it up with like barely readable English. I mean, I don't know what that says.
Bro,
I don't know what that says, but you know, she's hyping it up. I can tell it's pretty good. So.
Yeah, that's whatever, man.
Pretty cool.
It's something that she enjoyed doing, I suppose. So I think that sells it. Coach Lawson's on there. He was always out there with his wristbands, whacking balls, never missing somehow. Naka and Michiko. Italian Messiah. I'm going to put the picture up now. Mount Rushmore, Kadena Tennis Center. There it is.
Nice.
And now for what we've been waiting for. Arguably the best month of my life was the month right before Kenneth had to leave the island. We were like, guys, we need to make this month the best thing ever. And I don't know where the name came from. Do you guys remember? We called it Donkey Dick December.
I think it came from Garrett. I think Garrett just said it once or something.
Really?
That sounds like some
Garrett said it once.
Was it?
Garrett, you said it once, and we were like, whoa, we have to name it that. That's the name of this month. There it is. That's the name. I remember this so clearly, yeah.
So we just made this conscious decision that we just had to make this like the best month of our lives. I don't know why necessarily it had to be that way. I guess because Kenneth was leaving, but I don't even know where to start with this either. We found out some of the things we learned. One was Garrett is some insane piano arcade player for no reason. We go to the arcade at the mall, and we're just trying out games, whatever, like messing around, playing arcade basketball, which I always wanted to. Kenny was so bad at that. The arcade.
Dude, that was the best. I
remember, dude. I remember I destroyed you in arcade basketball every single time.
It
was like no competition, bro. Like Shannon would be missing left and right, and I would just be dunking in there. Like,
I remember Shannon actually offered to pay for Garrett to go more rounds. I remember.
Yeah.
I know. I remember too. Shannon was like, "Please beat me." He was like, "Please beat me. I'll give you money if you beat me." I was like, "All right, okay." I mean,
he was just paying for the tokens.
Yep.
No, Garrett was paying me to play him because Garrett was so mad that he kept on losing to me. Garrett's a very competitive. So when Garrett doesn't win, he gets a little upset. So you kept on just slapping another 100 yen next to his hands. You're like, another one. I'm like, okay. But my arms were so much longer that I'm just like dropping the balls in the hoop. And then Garrett's like actually taking jump shots. And Kenny was just watching. Kenny was probably on his phone or something. But what we're talking about is the arcade piano game. Kenny's like trying it out. Kenny's going through the tutorial. And Garrett has his own account. And he's like, have you the movie Monsters vs. Aliens, wherever the president goes up to play the piano for the robot? That's Garrett on here. He's like doing spin moves, like just hitting every key perfectly. Yeah. And Kenny's just freaking out. He's like, "Bro, he's still on the tutorial." I'll put that video up there.
I remember this actually.
Yeah, it's just one of those moments where we're like, we can confirm 100% that Garrett has no life.
Yeah,
no life at all. Zero. Nada.
And possibly the biggest thing to happen within this month was the trailer night, as we refer to it as.
That was probably one of the best.
This has a lot of backstory.
Yeah.
So I get invited to Elizabeth's birthday party at White Beach, which is pretty long drive, probably like 40-45 minutes from Camp Lester and where we live. And I'm like, yeah, I want to do it. And she was saying like a bunch of people were staying the night up there. So I'm like, this is a great opportunity. I'm going to see if Kenny and Garrett want to go. But she didn't mind if you guys tagged along. And I worked it out with my parents. We were going to have our own trailer to sleep in on White Beach. Yep. And we didn't really have a lot of plans going into that night for what we were going to be doing. But we go to Elizabeth's party, and bless Elizabeth. Sorry, Elizabeth. This was the lamest party ever. There was nothing to do. She told us ping pong was going to be there. And she has this, just this folding table with, this cheap net on it with suction cup, toilet plungers holding this net up. And, it
was outside, and the wind was blowing.
It was windy because we're on the beach.
Yeah.
So this is unplayable. And I remember Coach Lawson shows up, wanting to play a game of ping pong before he has to drive all the way back, and he's just so disappointed. He's like, it was unplayable. And anyways,
we fixed that. We fixed that problem.
We fixed that. No problem at all. We ended up going all the way back down to our trailer, and Elizabeth's was up this hill, and we find a piece of plywood. I don't know where this plywood comes from or why the plywood is just sitting up against this trailer. But Kenny, do you remember exactly what happened?
Yeah, it was at night. We were I think we walked out or something like that. Oh no, I remember we went out with everyone for a quick second or something like that. I think Marissa was there too, right?
Yes.
Anywho, we went out with all of them. James was there too and everything like that. I remember that pretty clearly. And then after that, we were walking back. We were about to sleep or call it wraps for the night or something like that. Yeah. And then I was like, yo, there's some plywood over there. I was like, you can use this to play some ping pong. And then Shannon was like, no way. And I was like, yes way.
I don't know. That's exactly what.
And then we brought it inside, and then we did the whole setup.
We had to walk all the way back to Elizabeth's cabin just to get.
I forgot how far away that place was. It
was a long walk, but we did it just for the duct tape, so we could build a duct tape net.
We used the whole roll.
Garrett had his ping pong stuff with him, so that was perfect. So this trailer is really narrow, so we tried to set it up in the kitchen at first. And we have this duct tape net, and we duct tape the lines along the edges too. And the net is just so frail and wobbly. And we tried to set up in the kitchen. The trailer didn't work. There was no way that was going to stay. So we end up putting it on the bed. And like when you're playing, you're just like pressed up against the edges of the trailer, like your butt is up against the window, and you have no room to run. And you're just like playing back and forth with the ball like right up against your crotch. And it's so much fun. And we have like the Christmas music going. Yeah, we have Santa hats on. And we were playing points, and Garrett's getting super mad because he's losing. And Garrett goes on this epic rant. Kenneth, can you explain from your perspective?
Okay, but he lost twice, though. That's like...
You lost twice! You lost twice!
But he did. I mean...
So I think we were switching, like, the winner stays, and Garrett allegedly said that I lost 2 times in a row, and I was still playing, which is not true. I would not do that.
I remember when we were playing, Kenny would, like, smack the ball as hard as he could into the net. And then the net was so flimsy that it would just, like, the ball would just go through and land on the other side. And then he would just take the point.
And it would bother you so bad. It was funny. Yeah. And something else we did in there was we watched a movie, which is probably the movie that defines our friendship the most, I would say, for some reason. It's 7 Days in Hell. If you guys haven't watched 7 Days in Hell, you're really missing out. What do you guys think about the movie?
It's been a while, but I think it was really fun when we were watching it. I remember that. It was an experience.
It is right made for tennis players, yeah. It's Charles Poole. I wanted to be Aaron Williams so bad, man. I still wish I was Aaron Williams.
You basically are. I mean,
the guy got mad girls, man. Yeah. You guys should go watch the movie. There's just so many great scenes in there, and it's really not that long. I showed it to my friends in North Carolina, and they're like, "What is this thing?" And I'm like, "You have to watch it." And they're watching it like during class, and they're just like dying laughing, trying to like stay focused on the teacher. They're like, "Shannon, how did you find this thing?" I'm like, I know my ways. I know my movies. Yeah. That was a great night. So something Kenny and I did.
We'll see.
That Garrett was not a part of as well was whenever I visited Kenneth in Orlando. I don't know how this happened. There was like pure coincidence that Kenny and I were going to be in Orlando, Florida at the same time.
Dude, bro, pure coincidence.
What are the chances? Yes, Kenny was going on a cruise the next day, and I was hanging out down near Disney World with my grandparents. And we just decide we are only going to be with each other for one night, so we have to make it the best night ever. And we have Garrett on like FaceTime the whole time.
Yep.
We go and we get some ice cream at an ice cream place because we were feeling some ice cream. This was after we had dinner with my grandparents. And Kenneth orders his ice cream, and I can see the girls that work there in the back like whispering and like writing something on a napkin. And not gonna lie, I thought it was for me. I was like pretty excited. I was like, yeah, I still got it, man. Like I'm gonna get her number. Like that's super cool. Like whatever. And next thing I know, it's in Kenny's ice cream cone. The napkin with the phone number. And Kenny is like so disinterested. Am I wrong?
I think so.
You think so?
I mean, bro, it's like a normal day for me, bro. It's a normal day for me, bro.
Yeah, and I was just
getting a phone number is normal.
I was so annoyed, like how he was like, "Yeah, it's just whatever, man. Like it's whatever. This just happens." Like that's exactly how you're acting at the time. I'm like, "Oh my god, he didn't even want to text her."
Yeah. So I remember you guys were talking about like going over at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, we were like we're like, "Hey, you want to hang out and show us around the city?" And she's like, "Yeah, let me ask my dad real quick." And we're like, "What?" Like, okay, like I don't know what your parents are doing up at 3 a.m. Whatever. It was no big deal. It didn't happen. It was Brittany. Doubt Brittany watches the show, but if she does, shout out Brittany. Isn't that right, Kenny?
Bro, let's add her, yo.
At Brittany, do you want me to put this in the trailer? Brittany, if you're watching,
bro, for sure.
Misses you. All right.
I do not miss you, actually.
Yes, you do. Oh, dude, you can't say that. I'm putting
you
just.
You can't say that.
In the trailer.
You can't shout out Brittany and then just shoot her down.
What happened also on that night was we made a decision to go to a certain place. Can you take over from there?
To go where? I forgot.
What time was it? What time was it?
Bro, did this all happen in one night?
No. We were out till like 5 a.m.
Bro, this was really the craziest night.
This was a jam-packed night. We played tennis.
And keep in mind, we were driving everywhere in my freaking rent-out car that my parents got. My parents didn't know we were doing all this shit. We were driving everywhere in this freaking rented car.
All over Orlando.
And so me and Shannon, we were like driving and shit and stuff, and we pulled over to this parking lot, and we're like, Shannon, am I allowed to say this? Am I allowed to say this?
Yes, please.
All right. And we started searching the closest strip clubs. And so we were like, yo, there's one 10 minutes from here. But
we're both under 18 at the time.
But then we were like, yo, there's no way we can go because you have to be 21 to go because usually most ones, they serve alcohol in the strip clubs. So we were like, we need to find a place where they don't serve alcohol, or like at least they allow 18-year-olds, because Shannon was pretty tall. I was growing a beard, I think, maybe. Actually,
so
I don't think I was growing it.
Together,
we were like,
we could put together a pretty
you look
adult
like
appearance.
an 18-year-old, you know. And so we were like, all right, there's one like 30-something freaking minutes away. It was far. It was like 45 even. It was like straight like out of our way. Like driving there, we were in like the nice part of Orlando, you know. And when we got there,
not the nice part of Orlando.
Ghetto. 7-Eleven has like the freaking lights blinking. The 7 is just on 7, just like going. and we went there and we freaking saw this huge ass freaking.
Dude, this guy was a tank, dog. This guy was huge. He was taller
makes
than
The Rock
me,
look small.
Like 6'4", and he's like 300 pounds, easy. Like he's just built, but he's like cut. Like this guy's chiseled out of a statue, and he's the bouncer, like all black. This dude looks like former rugby player. That's what he's looking like. And I get out of the car and I'm just like, Kenny, I'm not sure about this. This is not gonna go well.
and I think he was like armed, right? Was he armed?
Yeah, he was armed too. Like he was strapped for sure. And we get out into this gravel parking lot, and I'm just looking over at him, and he's looking over at me. And I just get back in the rental car.
No, bro, and like not even that, but like the strip club is like we were like, we know it was not gonna hit. Like it was like a bad strip club.
And we weren't gonna get in.
Yeah, we weren't gonna get in.
There was no way how we were gonna get in. We didn't even have a fake ID. We were just trying to get in with our military ID.
And then
your military ID.
And then me and Shannon got back in the car. We got our butts back in the car. Like it's not gonna work out. And so me and Shannon were like, yo, the friend keep on Shannon was like, yo, I'm kind of sad this didn't work out. I need to get a Slurpee at least. I was like, all right, I'll get the kid a Slurpee to cheer him up. Bro, we were such kids, bro. Let's get a Slurpee, bro. I'm kind of sad.
We went from we're sneaking into the strip club to dude, let's just get a Slurpee.
Get a Slurpee, bro. And that's exactly what we did. We stopped by some sort of gas station store. I don't know if it was
ghetto 7-Eleven.
And
this place
we got out the car, bro. We got out like scared for our lives. Like I had to like double check. I locked it. Like usually I leave my car door open, but I had to like double check it was closed. And like there was like some like guy walking with like a ripped like freaking wife beater like mine, just like ripped. Looks like he freaking got in the fight, just like limping on like a leg, just like walking like. And we're like, yo, this might be us next, yo. And me and Shannon, we were standing in line to like get our Slurpee. And like, dude, my peripheral, I could see behind my head. I was so scared. I was like this the whole time. Yeah.
Strange person over there, some other scary looking guy on the other side. We're just waiting in lines holding our Slurpees. It's like that. There's some meme of like, I think it's like Patrick or someone like just holding their cup, just like standing there. I'm not sure what it is. I might be wrong about that. But yeah, that's what it felt like. We're just like looking around, like, please don't notice us. And the worst part is like I don't have my phone on me because I didn't want my parents tracking my location while I was with you because I'll find my iPhone turned on. So like if we died there, my parents would have even known where I was at. They're like, he died at a 7-Eleven an hour away from here. Like what? Yeah, it was scary, and everyone like was just eyes locked on us the entire time. Yeah, it was worrisome. It was a fun time though. Next, I have some other
part of Bikini Bottom, huh?
Wrong part of Bikini Bottom.
Dude, the wrong part, bro.
Yes, no doubt. I had some questions that I had originally scheduled for our original episode that I decided to bring back to ask you guys right here. if you guys don't mind. It's kind of like a once and for all thing. I've done this with other guests, just like some all-time debates that we've had between the three of us that I think we should settle right now for the last time. So, number one, was Kenny washing his hands?
Oh
Yes,
my
yes,
god.
yes.
Yes.
That's
I'll show everyone the
debate.
video. There's
Wait.
indisputable evidence that
no
this was
debate. There's
Yes.
evidence. There's video evidence. There's
Yes.
video evidence. It's not a debate.
Mhm.
Why is this question on here? It's
Debate.
not.
You're
We're not
right,
debating.
you're right.
It's
I apologize. Kenny denies
All right.
this to his
All right.
grave.
Okay. But you tell me, after I got done washing my hands in the toilet, why did my hands come out dry?
I didn't touch your hands. Why would I look at your hands and touch
They
them after
didn't,
they were in
okay,
the toilet?
obviously, but you can tell if they're dry or not.
No, I
Obviously.
can't.
Yes, you.
Bro, if you look at someone's hands after they wash their hands, it's not like they're like dripping, like wet, like you're in the shower.
Yeah,
and
they
you have
are.
Water
They're-
tender.
They're dripping.
You did that. Once you were done washing your hands in the toilet, you gave them a little.
Oh my god, you're lying so hard right now. You're lying, bro. I
Dude,
was
we have the
adjusting,
video. You're not winning this.
bro. I was adjusting my socks. It's exactly what, bro. Tell me.
your
Demonstrate
tights.
tights, whatever. Okay, see this toilet, right? Toilet, right? I was here. I got done taking a piss, right? I was like, yo, my socks feel kind of uncomfortable right now. I'm gonna fix them. Keep in mind, you had your camera facing that way, so I was
Yeah.
fixing. I was pulling up my socks,
Get
and
side
so
by
like
side.
it, and then like I looked up like this. You know, I did the little.
Yeah.
I had the little take. I was like, yo, what are you doing? That's exactly what happened, yo. I was not. No. There's all my water bottles, by the way. You can see.
I'm not sure why you are wearing your tights to school. So then we made another picture of you wearing your leggings under your jeans because.
And he'll put the picture right here.
Yes, there it is, right on your hand. There you are.
Right here.
Yep.
Right here.
What do you guys think of that?
Shut up, bro.
Next question: who wins in their prime, Naka or Coach Lawson?
Dude, Coach Lawson, bro.
Oh,
don't
you're
know.
you're anti-Naka though.
I
I
haven't
am
seen.
anti-Naka.
You don't understand the legend of Naka.
I don't know if
You
I've
told-
seen Naka in his prime though.
Me
But you
neither.
just
I
have
haven't
to
seen
assume that it's insane, right?
I mean,
The
yeah,
dude is
Naka
still like
is.
a consistent
it's like-
tennis player at 85.
It's like unstoppable force versus an immovable object. Like you can't compare them. Like it's
So
just
high.
it's impossible.
Yeah, it is really hard. I'd go Naka though. I can only
Really?
imagine what he would be like.
Yeah.
He
And
is
I feel like
85. That's
I've
crazy.
seen, but then again, I don't know if I've seen Coach Lawson in his prime. Like Coach Lawson was really good, but I'm assuming there was a point where he was even better, in better shape, in better like forehand condition, better strokes, everything.
Yeah. I don't know.
Younger.
I mean,
safer.
I can't betray my own dad though. You know.
Yeah, I know
can't
that is
just-
tough. We're putting Garrett on the spot here. Next one. Who has the best nickname between the three of us? Kenny Burner, Barry B. Benson, or Shenandoah Washington?
Is that even a debate, bro?
Come on. But like we always refer to each other as the nicknames, which I think is funny. Like
Shannon
is
is
true.
like not even a nickname. It's like
Yeah.
it's a Nicholas name, bro.
elongated
It
name.
really is.
It's a
It's
Nicholas name.
elongated too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
don't
trimmed it
know.
down to like wishy-washy.
I think.
You did.
I guess it's Kenny Burner.
Yeah, I think it's gotta
You
be.
guess? You guess?
Well, I mean, if it is Kenny Burner, that's a shout out to me because I came up with the name. And I remember it took me so long to finally convince you to change your Instagram username to Kenny Burner, and you did, and it's a great decision. Come on. It's dope. You can't
I
find
mean,
it better than these.
Haven't changed it since.
There's a,
Follow me at Kenny Burner. Shout out. Kenny
Whatever.
Burner.
And then
And listen
Barry
to
B.
the
Benson.
single.
Yeah, listen to the single. I'll put the link to that, whatever. And then Barry B. Benson's nickname, that came from a pretty funny story as well. Garrett had this tennis outfit that he wore routinely.
Not even
Uh,
tennis outfit. It's tennis
black,
outfits,
yellow, and-
plural.
White. Pretty nice fit. Kenny and I recreated it whenever we went to I forget the name of the sports store, but we went there, we recreated it, and Garrett was really scared we were going to steal his look.
I mean, I don't know. It wouldn't have amounted to like the amount of like just pure
Yeah.
coolness that like my fit radiated.
So I went on a rant one day whenever Garrett made a terrible line call, as usual. and I told him that he looked like Barry B. Benson out here.
I wouldn't say terrible. I would say more
probably questionable.
Right, like correct.
No,
I think that's...
Those are not synonyms. That's not next one. Was I wrong for exposing Garrett's tabs? His internet tabs?
Oh my god.
Was I wrong for that?
Those weren't even real.
What did it say again?
Yes,
Porn with no girls?
wrong.
Yeah,
Not even
porn with no girls. How do I hit an overhead? Is ping pong, or can I guess ping pong scholarship, something like that?
Wait, I have a question.
Probably.
Yeah.
So like porn with no girls was gay porn? Like gay, like
Kenny, you're really good at connecting the dots, man.
like gay.
The dots will connect.
Hey, no.
Usually, it's like this, but it's like...
Bro.
Don't do it. No. Not live on the show. Oh.
Can you blur my hands?
No, I don't know how to do that. I'm not telling
Okay, it's okay. It's all good. My bad. Sorry about it.
They are real tabs. I'll post them now.
Not even real.
On his iPod Touch.
Said, am I wrong for exposing him? Literally does it on the show.
So I did expose you, so it's real. Next, which is the worst? I'm giving you 3 situations. Losing to Ian 8-0, almost losing to Ian the next year, or blowing a 7-0 lead to Garrett.
Oh my gosh.
You're talking about like me losing 8-0 and Kenny blowing the lead.
Kenny had a 7-0 lead against Garrett.
Well, okay,
With
so
Far East implications.
Obviously, from my perspective, I think it's the 7-0 one. Obviously, from me, but I don't know about you two.
Me losing 8-0 to Ian Shaver, that wasn't that
8-0.
bad.
Like,
Yeah, but it was like my first year.
You couldn't get a single game.
Okay, but it was like my 3rd month ever playing tennis, though.
Okay, whatever.
And then
Ian Shaver.
And then Kenny losing to me, like after being on match point up 7 games to 0.
Oh,
I would say that, I mean, I wouldn't say it was the worst moment ever, because obviously it was good for me, but also, like, Kenny was playing against me, right? You got to think about, like, I'm a god. I can't lose.
God.
Oh, okay.
So, like,
I think it's the end of the podcast. All right, guys.
One more question.
So I think it was definitely Shannon,
What? Yeah.
Almost losing to Ian Shaver in his final year,
Next one. It was my second to last year. Shut up. Next one. Was Angelina a bad person?
I don't know.
I don't know either. I would say no, Angelina. If you're a fan of the show, hit me up.
Honestly, I'm not okay, but I think you want to take into like the stats here, okay?
The stats?
Like, the stats, bro. The freaking stats.
Stats?
Junior year, she had so many friends. She had so many friends, but the reason she had so many friends was because she put on some sort of. If Angelina's out here watching this, she's gonna be like, "Oh, Kenny, you fucking suck."
Yeah.
But anywho, I'm just like, this is how I saw like my final year at Kubi. I was like, "Oh wow, maybe she is." But anywho, I actually talked to Marcella about this. This is how she told me. She was like, "Oh, she made all these friends her junior year. She was putting on this front or whatever." She was like, and then after that, she was like slowly like we started to see who she really was as a person. And then after that, she was like it was not healthy for me to be around her, is what she was saying. And like she was saying, like no matter like when like how often she went out or like what she did, she was always getting her schoolwork done and stuff like that. So and then after that, she was like, but when I went out, I wasn't getting anything done. I was just there like left to suffer or whatever. And like not just that, but like she didn't really care for her friends the way she should have. Is what Marcella told me. Since you really want to know,
I mean, she might have cheated on a few boyfriends, but I mean, whatever. Like it's like semantics.
I never really got involved.
Yeah,
I never really got involved in that. I was pretty out of the loop.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I didn't really care that much either, but that's just what my Marcella told me.
Well,
and
the reason I bring this up, if you don't mind, was whenever you visited me during my graduation, we decided that we were going to try and get in contact with Angelina one night, and we call your sister, and we're like, hey, are you still in contact with Angelina's sister? And we tried to get her to call Angelina's little sister. But then I found out I had Angelina's phone number. So we call Angelina's phone number, and a dude picks up. Yes.
Nice.
And he's like,
Nice.
yo, who is this? And Kenny's like trying to be all like, Kenny's like freaking out, by the way, because he's expecting Angelina, and then he hears this voice, and he's like, yeah, we were just hoping to talk to Angelina. Do you know her by any chance? We're not trying to be like cause you to go out of your way or anything, but we're hoping to talk to Angelina. And the guy's like, yeah. And the guy's like, yeah. I think I have her on a group me. And Kenny's like, oh, can you just like get in contact with her and like let us know? And he's like, yeah, sure. And then we never heard from him again.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a fucking dick.
Yeah. I find it weird that she changed her phone number. Sounds weird. Very unfortunate. And she deleted all of her social media and everything. Which is probably a good thing. Everyone out there, delete your social media. Not good for you.
I basically did that.
Yeah, no, Garrett does that all the time and doesn't tell us.
I use Snapchat. It's just you guys use Instagram.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have it again.
So, I have one more question I want to add. Which disappearing act was worse? Whenever Garrett disappeared for a month while we were in Oki, or whenever Kenny disappeared for a month, and then Garrett and I had to track down his dad's phone number on the internet.
Was it a month? Was it a month
No.
or was it like 2 weeks?
It was a month, dog.
It was like 2 weeks, bro.
It was
Relax. Okay, whatever.
And
Anyways, Garrett goes on to some dark web research here. Like, he finds this picture.
I literally Googled it. It was on the front page of Google. Dark web research.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not a stalker, all right? I just looked up Kenneth Abraham on Google, and it was on the front page of Google, okay?
And it's just so funny because, like, it's just Kenny's dad just, like, smiling. And he's got, like, all his contacts for it.
It was a nice picture, though. It was
Very
a
nice picture.
What picture? What was it? What was it?
It had, like, your dad.
In uniform.
Or, I don't know. I don't remember what I did. You know what? I think, I don't know. I think I got your dad's name from Skype or something. Or, like, Shannon sent it to me.
It was funny. So that's going to wrap up this episode of The Shannon Show. Hope you guys have a happy Halloween. I had a great time doing this with these boys. Hope you enjoyed it, and tune in next week for another episode. We do it every weekend, so you might as well subscribe so you don't miss any of them. Content's not going away. It's the best content, and it's the best military kids podcast on the internet. Thank you guys again. Have a good one. Thank you, Garrett. Thank you.
Yeah,
Very cool.
yeah.
Very cool.
Thanks.
Aww.